Hey everyone! Today we are taking a look at Mountain of Yore, and this has all the mechs in it as opposed to some of the videos where there's only part of the mechs shown. So this is adventure version. Now, looking at this, there are, first of all, for tanks, it's really helpful to have a single target taunt. So here I'm going to switch over to a different skill, the power surge skill. That's a single target taunt as opposed to the other one, which is, you can make it a single target, but it's set up for multiple targets. So I switched over to that so that I won't have to deal with taunting when they get multiple scorpions. You need to just taunt one. So having a single target taunt is very helpful for this. A little bit about the raid setup. There's 2 tanks and switch it at 7 stacks. If you get to 10 stacks, you die. And for range versus melee, it doesn't really seem to matter too much. The last setup thing is the markers. We've got purple in front of us where we're tanking the boss. Yellow is to one side of the boss and green to the other. There's also a 1, 2, and 3 around the outside. This is where the puddles are going to be placed, as you'll see as we go around. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start this, and we're going to pull the boss back to this purple marker. So give him just a second to move. And there we go. All right, so watch out for the front cone. That's why we're going to stand off to the side of him if you're not the tank. And go ahead and just DPS him. Now, the first thing that's going to happen besides that is a tail swipe is next. So frontal cone, then the tail swipe. This is followed by a ground stomp, which will attack everyone around him. So it might help for healers to use some mitigation for this. I'm not sure 100%. It looks like everybody does pretty well when he stomps. Next are these whirlwinds. So just you can block them. That's what it says to do. I've never really noticed that. We just share damage. And so we all kind of gather up. Now here he's going to charge at the furthest target. So you can see somebody went over to that orange marker so that he would charge in that direction, and we all stood at the yellow moon so that we wouldn't get in the way of that charge. If you get in the way of that charge, it will kill you. So then bring him back over to where he was, tanks, and you can watch the frontal cone and the back cone. The other thing in the background is happening is these scorpions and these rocks. So if you get a purple line on you, which I'll show you a little bit later, then you run to the center and you will also be rocked there. So DPS, you're going to stop your focus on the boss and go to the center and block those and break those blocks. Also kill the little scorpions. You'll see those will drop those purple puddles behind that. We're trying to group them in the center so that they don't get in the way. All right, so we did a frontal cone, then the back cone. Now we do the stomp again and the whirlwind, at which point somebody runs to the furthest section, that orange marker off to the side. We're sharing damage during these whirlwinds too, and now he's going to charge to that orange marker because it's the furthest person out. There's our share damage. Boss is going to come back, and again, everybody's going to go to the center at this point. So if they get the little scorpions, you can see that in the background. If you get a little scorpion attached to you, which is going to be any ranged or others if there's not enough ranged. And you can see these rocks here. Focus on the little scorpions and break these rocks so that you don't kill your friends. Now in this section, there's Basta and Surcat. They always spawn on the same side of the boss during this phase. And you'll notice that they both have this purple shield around them. If they're close to each other, they'll have a purple shield. Basta is always pulled to this side where the cart is, and Surcat is pulled to the opposite side. That way you can separate them. So I'm going to grab Basta and I'm going to pull him over next to this cart here, and then we're going to DPS him. You can see he lost the shield. That's because he's far enough away from Surcat that he's not going to be shielding. They do charge, so watch out for a charge. You'll probably see Surcat charge, or at least start his charge. No, he died first. So then we bring the boss back over to the same spot and we repeat again. So we're going to go ahead and watch out for the frontal cone. And tanks, make sure to change when it's time. So we're going to just, here we go, we're going to do frontal cone right there. Just stay out of the way of that frontal cone. And then he's going to do a tail swipe afterwards, which he will do in just a moment. There is his tail swipe. Again, that's why we stand at the yellow marker, so we're off to the side, and we kind of miss both of those. afterwards, he's going to do his big stomp. All right, here we go. He's going to do his big stomp, which is also a knockback. You'll see everybody gets pushed back, so come right back over to him. Next is going to be those block the whirlwinds, which is really just to share damage. And oh, we skipped that, so we're doing the charge. So the furthest target goes out. It might actually not be during that phase that we get that section. So charge. Now everybody run to the center because we're going to do those scorpions. Tanks, we're going to keep the boss over here. But let's see, there's the scorpions in the middle. And I'm going to show you above. I get one of the scorpions one time as well. Okay, here if you look close, you'll see this purple line connected to me, and that scorpion is following me. So I need to be in the center actually, but because I'm tanking the boss, I just moved over a bit. But then I use my blink just to get over to the center so that the DPS can kill that scorpion a little further away from where the boss is. There we go. Here's back to the center, and then that puddle will drop over there. That way I'm not, the puddles are kind of clustered in the center, because you can see here, again, this is back to the other raid. You can see here that they're all kind of clustered in the center there. Sorry about the thing in the middle. But that way you're kind of out of the way of those puddles. Now, again, we've got the frontal cone, then the back cone. And then he is going to do the big stomp. So that should be coming up in just a second. Here it goes. All right, now let's see what's next if he does the charge. I think that he'll skip the other whirlwind things because they might not be in the second phase here. And he's doing the charge to the furthest target. Again, we position this guy over there so that we know that we can stack on the moon and stay out of the way of that charge. Now everybody again run to the center and we'll get those scorpions. Again, watch out for that frontal cone. You can see everybody with the crisscross scorpions in the middle. And they're just trying to DPS the scorpions and kill those rocks that our friends are clustered in. And then after all those rocks are broken and the scorpions are dead, come right back over to the boss. All right, we're going to do the frontal cone again. I'm just going to move out of the way of it because I always get nervous I'm going to die, even though I'm usually pretty good. All right, here we go. Now we're doing this middle phase again. Basta and Searcat. Grab Basta. And I think he went over to the other tank, but he's coming back to me. All right, you can see they still have the shield around him. Just got to pull him back a little further. And you can see where Searcat goes over to where that number 3 is off to the side under that little tent-like thing. So they do Searcat and Basta. Now for this last phase here, we are going to watch out. We're bringing him over to a different location off to the side, not back to where we were tanking. And he's about to drop the dirty venom. So stay away from him when that happens. Run away, because if you get caught in it, you'll die. All right, so we're going over to this number 1, and we're bringing him over here next. Now we're going counterclockwise around the circle. So we're going off to the side, and then we're going to slowly work our way to the back. We're going to tank him here. We're going to get another round of scorpions in just a moment. Now, let's see. It should be coming shortly. Oh, he's going to do his big stomp. There we go. And I'm guessing that's the pushback. I'm guessing next should be the scorpions. And everybody will, again, run to the center for that. Oh, he does do the charge for the furthest target. All right. So following the charge is always the scorpions. So here you can see people with the purple lines on them run to the center and break people out. Now watch out. He's going to do dirty venom. So tanks, just be careful. Everyone else, he dropped it on the way back. So just be careful. Breaking out of those cages and killing. You can still see the rock cages up. I went over too far for this. Apologies. I should be back near where the rock cages are, but I was a little concerned that the puddles might drop there. So we're going to move him back though, so that we aren't so spread out, because that dirty venom does take up a lot of the floor. Now he's actually going to do a phase change here. Again, another round of Basta and Searcat. So grab them, and because we're in different sections, Searcat went to the back and Basta over to the side. It's just important that you split them up. We don't go back to the front. It's because we're all already grouped in the back. So go ahead and kill Basta and Searcat. And then we're going to bring Alex, the big scorpion, back over to the number 2 marker. You can see where that is. And watch out for those other things. We also had a rock there. And we're going to get the dirty venom really soon. So just be careful. Make sure you have your blink or flash, whatever you need to get away from that dirty venom. Again, here it's about to drop again. There you go. Now we're just going to tank him at the edge of the dirty venom. Watch out for that frontal cone and the tail swipes. And after that, I'm guessing is knockback again. Let's see if he does another knockback. I know at one point it just seems like it's dirty venom after dirty venom. Okay, so here's knockback. And then after that is charge. So let's see, we should get a charge for the furthest target. Again, somebody runs back away to the very back. You can see him a little bit actually moving around back there in the back. He's going to charge. And then here's the scorpions. And you're going to get the rock cages. He's doing the frontal cone over there. But watch out because here comes the dirty venom. And I'm going to just position him back where he was. And he's going to drop the dirty venom there. Now break these cages and move over a little bit. There we go. All right, we're just moving him out of the puddles here. And here's another round of dirty venom. You can see it's one right after the other right with this. All right, now we're going to run out of room if you don't keep everything close together. So again, just kind of stay at the edge of that. There's the frontal cone and the tail swipe. And next is probably knockback, unless he does another round of dirty venom. All right, let's see. Oh, yep, knockback. And then he's going to do charge again. You can see the pattern. It's pretty much the same, what to expect. So he should be going after the furthest target in just a second. You'll see that charge. Oh, okay, we got him before then. So hopefully that helps explain the mechs a little bit better. And thank you so much for watching. And we will see you next time.